one-time presidential aspirant on the platform of the APC as a massive fish gone out of the media ocean, says he would be surely missed. Meanwhile, the Northern Governors Forum says it is devastated by the shocking news of the death of the founder and chairman of leadership newspapers, Sam Isaiah, who passed on at the age of 58. Chairman of the Forum and Governor of Plateau State, Bakola Long, in a statement said the development is a monumental loss to Nigeria and the northern region. According to the statement, it is a very sad development for the country as it has lost one of the most vibrant and courageous media entrepreneurs. According to Governor Lalong, Sam was a visionary man who believed in the unity, peace, and progress of Nigeria, which he did so through his writings and contributions reflecting his passion for a strong democratic culture. Governor Lalong also eulogized the late Sam, who was a successful businessman and never afraid to dream big and venture into various fields. His big dreams led to the birth and nurturing of the leadership newspapers that has grown to become one of the leading newspapers in the northern region as well as the country at large. Lalong said the deceased will be greatly missed for his patriotism, selflessness, and courage in the service of Nigeria, as well as continue to be remembered for his great legacies of hard work and mentorship, which has inspired many youths to dream big and realize their ambitions. While praying God to grant him eternal rest and comfort his family, friends, and associates, Lalong urged the management and staff of leadership newspapers and other businesses founded by the late Sam Isaiah to remain diligent as they keep his dreams and legacies alive. Governor Nasiru Ahmad El-Rufai of Kaduna State is in self-isolation following more positive COVID-19 results among senior government officials, including his immediate family member.
My dear people of Kaduna State, I have today been notified of more positive COVID-19 results of people close to me, including an immediate family member and senior officials of the Kaduna State government. I'm therefore in self-isolation and hope to be tested by Sunday. This is purely a precautionary move that complies with the standard COVID-19 protocols. I appeal to every resident of Kaduna State to observe and abide by the preventive protocols against COVID-19, such as washing hands, observing physical distancing, wear your masks all the time you're going out, and avoid gatherings of more than 6 people, particularly during this festive season. I wish you well. I will report back to you on the outcome of the test that I hope will take place on Sunday.
At 11th of December 2020, the Nigerian Center for Disease Control, NCDC, has confirmed 796 new cases of COVID-19 from 17 states of the Federation. A breakdown of the new figures indicates FCT has 258 cases, Lagos 248, Kaduna 117, Katsina 52, Ogun 27, Kwara 23, and Gombe 22. Others are Adamawa 17, Plateau 15, Kano 6, River, Ondo, Ekiti, Nasarawa, and Sokoto states have 2 cases each, while Taraba has 1. This brings the total number of confirmed cases in Nigeria to 72,140, discharged 65,722, and deaths 1,190. Panorama continues after this break. Stay tuned.
The Council of Our Fathers.
I will urge and advise our younger generation to use talent and brain to sort out problems, not arms.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation.
My advice to these young people is please do not take us back to those harrowing days. You probably do not know what it is.
I believe we have fought one civil war too many in this country. So those who experience it will run away from it.
Nigerian youths, let's build our nation together.
Social and economic activities have returned to Zabarmari General Area in Borno State after the killings of close to 50 farmers in Koshebe farming community of Mafa local government. Pauli Kujavana has an update on the situation following government emergency intervention of relief for the families of the victims and the entire farming community.
Following the massacre of farmers at Koshebe village in Zabarmari General Area, came a swift intervention by government at all levels in forms of cash, food and other relief items. With me is the chairman of the distribution committee, who is also a member of the State Executive Council, Comrade Abuja, who will tell us the impact of the interventions on the lives of the traumatized farming communities.
With this 13,000 bags of 12.5 kg to the community, you can see is not a small supply of food items. So everybody is so happy. In fact, some of this food, from our calculation, it will take them 2 to 3 months before they can even exhaust it. So the other one they are bringing from the farms is addendum, is an addition to what the government has given them. So I will use this chance on behalf of His Excellency to thank the Nigerian Governors Forum for this very generous donation. They released a total sum of 20 million naira. Secondly, I will also use this chance to thank the Minister of the Humanitarian Affairs for giving us 5 million naira through Northeast Development Commission, and also give us this food, and all other people, most especially the Senate President, which leads 5 ministers and some high-placed personnel to Zabarmari.
Do you think the perseverance of the farming community will hold despite the daunting challenges over the years and now the shocking killings?
Yes, the governor have taken a proactive measures, because he directed me to liaise with the 195 Battalion Commander, that's Major Whip, that we should ensure that military personnel sleep at the farm so that people will build the convenience of the farmers. Right now, as I'm telling you now, the Army, the JTF, the Civil Defense, the hunters, the vigilantes are now in the farm. They are going to stay there in the farm for 14 days to enable the farmers go and harvest their farm produce.
Zabarmari is a food basket of Borno State. Despite the security challenges, the people have not deserted the community, following assurances from government for improved security and support them continue farming activities. From Zabarmari community in Jere local government area, is back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Pauline. The launch of the 25-year development framework and 10-year strategic transformation plan by Borno State government has been described as a milestone that will lay a solid foundation for sustainable development of the state. These were the summation of critical stakeholders as Borno makes effort to rise from the ashes of the Boko Haram conflict and underdevelopment. Yagum Subukar reports.
The missions and visions of Professor Babagana Umar Zulum's administration, in accordance with his 10-pact agenda, is to meet the aspirations of over 6 million Borno citizens by the year 2045 through participatory approach. It is in the line of this that Borno State government made a specific plan on how to achieve its mission and vision to make sure development is attained by taking specific steps.
The immediate plan, or what you are seeing, will be translated into 5 years, 10 years, and then eventually 25 years. So already we have started seeing the results of this plan.
The project, which evolves around strategic pillars to include human capital development, health, agriculture, environment, trade hub, reconstruction, rehabilitation and resettlement, as well as infrastructure, accountable governance, peace and security, is aimed at ensuring all citizens and future generations have access to basic necessities of life and a thriving economy that can stand on its feet.
We believe with this document, every key stakeholders will have a guidance and document on how we can be able to support the good people of Borno State.
Implementation of this initiative, which is expected to uplift the lives of the ordinary people in achieving the vision of Borno State Development Plan, are categorized into short, medium, and long term.
Our expectation is that Borno would have gone back to where it was before, a very peaceful, a very prosperous, a very industrious society where people would love to come and live in.
With this development framework, stakeholders are optimistic that the 10 years of retrogression by Boko Haram terrorists, which brought setback to the state, citizens of Borno will benefit greatly as this initiative is expected to bridge the gaps and accelerate transformation of the states. In Maiduguri, Yabum Subukar, NTA News.
Now, meeting basic needs of citizens lays a solid foundation for the harnessing of resources for sustainable development. The rebuilding process in Borno is anchored on a stabilization plan in the post-insurgency recovery phase, starting with the reconstruction and resettlement of communities in the first instance. Now comes the all-encompassing 10-year strategic framework and 25-year development plan to fast-track transformation of the state. How feasible is this revitalization program, and how sustainable is the policy roadmap? With me to discuss this issue is Bunu Mongono, Executive Secretary, Borno State Agency for Coordination of Sustainable Development and Humanitarian Response. Sir, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mohamed Ibrahim. It's a pleasure being on Paranoma this afternoon.
Okay, what are the goals of this 10-year strategic framework and 25-year development plan?
Yes, having laying a good foundation, good background for the story. The goals are this. It is a conflict and post-conflict development blueprint that is aimed at laying solid foundation for a steady and consistent sustainable development in Borno State.
Okay. How achievable are they within the time frame?
Yes. Initially, it was planned for 10 years.
Okay.
But considering the situation the state had gone through, 10 years seemed to be too short. Therefore, a 25-year plan was made. First 5 year for recovery, second 5 year for stabilization, and then the remaining for sustainable development.
Wow. Okay. What measures are in place for the initiation of action and sustainable execution, considering the fact that the roadmap would outlive the lifetime of this president?
First of all, if you look at the methodology of generating inputs, every segment of the Borno State community is involved. What is in that plan is the voices of the people, which made it to be people's owned. And then if you look at the document itself, it is never personalized. The governor, Professor Bogana Omara Zulum, in his wise council, decided not to personalize the document so that it will look a document of the people that will last forever.
Okay. What demand-driven approach is being applied to this development process, considering the retrogression Borno State went through in the last 1 decade due to insurgency?
Yes. To get the real needs of the people, consultations were made at the grassroots, where the impact of the insurgency is most hit. Then other methods of consultations were also adopted. And then the collation of those inputs were being analyzed by experts to make sure that what is in that document are the needs of the people and is aimed at addressing the problems that we are having on ground. So the document is people's owned, the needs of the people are there, the answers are also from the people themselves. So we believe that this will definitely take us out of the vagrancies of the Boko Haram at the time when it's been implemented. To give you this information, if you have followed the budget presentation of His Excellency, the one that was made on Wednesday, the plan has already been rolled out there.
Okay.
If you look at the strategic architecture of the plan, the first pillar is human capital development. And if you look at the budget, the highest percentage of the budget of 208 billion, about 35% of the 65 capital expenditure was on education, which is aimed at building the capital base of the state.
So it's already been captured by.
It's already been captured. In fact, that is the style now. Okay. All other budgets will be taking their cue from the development plan.
Excellent. Which institutions are involved in the revitalization program in line with globally best practices in development?
You see, these days you cannot exist in isolation.
Okay. Yes.
The world, they said, is a global village. Every one of the strategic transformation initiative in the document is either contributing to a regional goal, like the Lecture Region Stabilization or African Union Partnership Initiative, or the global SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. So that means the plan is speaking to all other global and international aspirations. That is one style that was adopted in the plan.
Okay, nice. Thank you very much, Executive Secretary, Borno State Agency, for the coordination of sustainable development and humanitarian response.
Thank you very much, Mohammed Ibrahim. It's a pleasure being on this very important program. It's really a treasured one. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Moving on, United Nations Head of Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Activities in Nigeria, Trond Jemsen, has pledged a renewed vigor by international organizations to partner with local NGOs based in Borno State for enhanced and sustainable humanitarian service provision. The UN OCHA Head of Office was speaking at a meeting with Network for Civil Society Organizations in Maiduguri and other humanitarian service providers as part of his activities in Borno State. Yagum Subukar now reports.
Network for Civil Society Organizations in Borno not only play their roles of interfacing between government and citizens, advocacy on policies and development issues, but are fully engaged in conflict resolution, humanitarian service provision, as well as the post-insurgency rebuilding process. The meeting with the country head of the United Nations Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs attracted all segments of civil societies in Borno, the organized labor, and other stakeholders involved in humanitarian service delivery.
We screen every single organization to make sure that we can manage our relationship with them in terms of risk.
Chairman, Network for Civil Society Organizations in Borno, Ambassador Ahmed Shehu, enjoined the United Nations Coordination Body to ensure all humanitarian partners key into the 25-year development plan and 10-year strategic framework of Borno State government as part of the post-insurgency recovery effort. Other speakers, such as the Chairman NLC Borno State Bulama Abisu, and representatives of other humanitarian organizations, appealed for sustainability of all humanitarian interventions and dialogue that will focus on local initiatives that will ensure swift resolution of the crisis. In Maiduguri, Yagum Subukar, NTA News.
On to sports. Nigerian-born British boxer Anthony Joshua sets for World Heavyweight title fight. These are other stories on Sports Update.
Many thanks for joining us on Sports Update. I'm Badi Adeleye. We begin with boxing. Reigning national featherweight champion Real One Oyekola, popularly known as Scorpion, has continued to gain massive support ahead of his World Boxing Federation title fight against Spain's Jose Ramos-Savin on the 27th of December 2020 in Ibadan. The latest show of support is coming from Oyo State government, whose Secretary Olubamiwo Adeosun received members of the local organizing committee of the world title fight on behalf of the state governor, Seyi Makinde.
I like that name, Scorpion, So you fight very precisely. No pressures, but this belt that has come to the States today, we don't expect it to go.
It has been our wish, and it has been what we have been working towards to see that we have another world champion.
Meanwhile, all is now set for the highly anticipated world heavyweight title fight between Nigerian-born British boxer Anthony Joshua and Kubrat Pulev at the SSE Arena in Wembley on Saturday night. Joshua's WBA, WBO and IBF heavyweight titles are on the line as he faces his Bulgarian challenger, and the 31-year-old insists he knows how to cope with huge expectation going into his latest fight. And finally, Premier League action continues on NTA this weekend with Newcastle United, who are seeking back-to-back wins for the first time this season, entertaining strugglers West Brom in a match that will be live from 3:30 in the evening. In other fixtures, Manchester United and Manchester City face off at Old Trafford in the first Manchester derby of the season, with Everton hosting Chelsea, while Fulham and Liverpool have scores to settle on Sunday. And that will be all on Sports Update. I am Badi Adeleye.
That's all on Panorama from NTA Maiduguri Studios. Thanks for watching. Have a pleasant weekend.
From the largest television network in Africa, the NTA, we bring to you Weekend File, where we seek the views of experts, government functionaries, movers of the economy, and the ordinary Nigerian on developmental challenges confronting the nation in an era of diversification, the process that is meant to reinvigorate all aspects of our national life in education, science, technology, and innovation, agriculture, health, and other aspects of societal development. The Weekend File crew has the onerous task of articulating all the issues, ensuring that all perspectives are brought to the table. On the show, all things matter and opinions of every class count. Weekend File shows every Saturday at 9 p.m. on the NTA network service. It is your weekend companion and a destination for news, views, and analysis. It is unmissable.